Okay, so already greeted the hands here. We've already worked the right hand side, so we're working on the left now. So we could go into our nice effleurage move. And like I said on the last video, you can either do the warm-up massage into the routine or do the warm-up massage on both hands and then into your routine. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. If you're working either side of the client, it's probably easier to massage and routine. So some lovely effleurage moves here, all the way up and then taking over with your left hand. So if you go up and then that's it, move with your left hand. Good. And then hold the hand, so moving up with another effleurage. Perfect. That's better. Yeah. And then keeping those hands moving. Lovely. Well done. Perfect. So from there into the petrissage on the palm of the hand. Lovely, some great control of the hand there. So you can either petrissage like that, or you can slip your little fingers in to stretch the hand. I'll just show you. One in there, one in there, and then turn the hands upside down. That's it. Perfect. Just slow it down a little bit. That's it. Good. Wonderful. So some petrissage. Go into your fanning now. So we're really extending that hand. Wonderful. Stretching all those metacarpals open. Get some nice space between there. Really relaxes the hand. And then we're going to do some wrist rotations. So taking one hand to support the wrist. So the right hand goes down to the elbow, underneath the elbow, and then just bend up the elbow, holding your client's hand with the other hand, doing some wrist rotations and also some elbow rotations at the same time. Just slowing it down a touch. Good, our client's very relaxed there. Otherwise, sometimes you could do a figure of 8 or go in the opposite direction. Bringing it back down. You can do your finger rotations. Now with a finger rotation, you do a rotation and then glide away, which is like a finger pull, but obviously not pulling too hard on the fingers because the knuckles can be a bit sore. Good. Well done. So after the finger rotation, you're going to turn the hand back over and do some deportment. Good. Followed by your diaphragm sweep or your diaphragm walking, whatever you want to do here, just to complete that move. So a diaphragm walk, a diaphragm sweep, and then just hold on the solar plexus. Good. And you've gone for both, which is really nice. And just remembering that the diaphragm line comes across here and across this bit as well. Great. And then holding onto the solar plexus when you're ready. Again, just reconnecting with your client. So if you hold the hand as if you're about to shake hands, like a shaking hand position, and then you can walk down the spine. And that spine goes all the way down, curls under the bottom. Good. Into the tip of the thumb, where we're going to do some rotations on the brain. And then doing the head area on the thumb, you're going to pinch and slide, just tiny little pinch and glides from the distal joint to the end of the thumb and covering that whole thumb. So you might want to do that. We've got 5 zones there on that big area, so you could do that 5 times to cover those 5 zones. And then when you've done that 5 times, you could go on to work the rest of the fingers as well. From the distal joint, a nice pinch and glide working over the brain on the fingers. Working with the top of your thumb on that. Going back to the thumb where you can find the pituitary, and you can hook them back up on the pituitary, finding that swirl in the middle, locating that, bringing your thumb back around to hook them back up. Good, well done. So we're going to work the back of the neck, so working side to side on that side of the thumb. That's it, good, well done. Side to side. From one, when I say side to side, one side to the other side, covering that whole neck area all the way down to the base of the neck. And you spend as long as you need to here. So if you find something, you continue to work. So moving on to the occipital, which is just underneath that joint there. That's it. You can do some nice pressures in there, which is really a tension area. You can release the tension through that occipital. And then just straight into your temple pinch between your fingers. Turning the fingers over, you can go into the face, the jaw. Again, we're working from one side to the other. You could do that with your fingers or your thumb. Working over the nail is fine as well. Working on the base of the neck there, so we're covering using your thumb, maybe it might be a bit more precise, working on the tonsils, the jaw. And I'm just going to move you slightly higher here as well, just to cover this line. That's perfect, yeah, great. And then turning the hand over to do the base of the neck, which we have a clear line to do. That's it, perfect. Good. Again, that's the base of the neck, so full of tension. Now we've covered the thumb, so we're going to work onto the fingers here to do the sinuses. So turning the fingers back over again, good. We're going to start with pinching the sides of the fingers. So that's it. So we counted 10 in the last one. It's really as many as you can fit in, but there's lots of tiny little pinches through there. And then you're pinching the top and the bottom, but the focus is being on the underneath pinch, which is coming from your knuckles here. Yep, so that's coming right underneath. That's better. Good. So we've got a nice good pinch from on the top and the bottom, but it's really coming from underneath here on the sinuses. Yep, come around and have a look. And moving on to the next finger and doing the same again. So you're doing the side pinch. And the top and bottom. And then you're going to drain. So when you're going back to the first finger, you're draining. Again, the focus is on that knuckle underneath. So you're pushing up, not pushing down. Good. I'm working through all of those. The lymphatics of the head and face, which are the same as they are on the feet. Not forgetting that other one between zone 1 and 2. Perfect. Turning over, you're going to work the shoulder line. So hold the fingers down. Good. Working over that shoulder line. No, come the other way. This way here. Our shoulder line. That's perfect. Good. So right into that shoulder line. Remember that continues across zone 1 as well. So don't forget zone 1. All the way to the end. That's it. And then coming down to cover zone 1 here. That's it. Just give that one another go for me. So you can work in threes. We know we can work in threes. We can stop and work on something that needs working on. 3 is our magic number. Just have one more for me. That's it. Okay, the heart, which is our big muscle on the bottom of the thumb. Good. I'm going to really work into that full muscle. You could do your circles. You always do that in 7, which is a real gentle move. And then into the chest area. Now we know with the chest area it's the same as the feet. We're going to work in either diagonal lines or across. So you could work this a lot slower if you needed to. We're a bit whistle stop through here. But in practice it would be a lot slower than this. Good. And when you're ready, turning over to do the breast area and the intercostal muscles. Good. Oh yes, we haven't done that. That's fine, we'll come back to that one in a minute. So let's do the breast. So we're working through with our finger walking. With the eyes and the ears we would have got with the shoulder line. So thumb and finger walking forward. Try not to pull, we're not pulling back. That's it. Good. So try not to do this. It's more of a glide. Press and glide. Good. Good. Right, so intercostal muscles. and then into the lymphatic pump. That's good. So hold the hand with your thumbs underneath. That's good. That's good. Better. Good. Does that feel better? Yeah. So we're working on the left hand now. So what's quite better to do is to hold it up as if it's the foot, like the angle of the foot. And we can see here we're going to work on the spleen on the left hand. That's good. So we've located, so just up a little bit, just here. So we've located that reflex. We're going to turn the hand around. That's good. Good. And now we can work through that area. That's it. It's just getting used to that support from the other hand as well, isn't it? Where to hold, where feels natural, where feels good. So we're working from the diaphragm line here to the waistline. We've got a clear marking of our waistline. So that's it. I'm just going to correct you there. So just try and work in from this side. Yeah. That's it. Good. So slow it right down. If you slow it down, that thumb walk gets better. Good. So press and glide. Good. Much better. And then you're going to do the stomach. Do you remember where I is? Yeah, so the triangle there between the thumb and yeah, that's all we've got the stomach. Yeah. That's it. Find where you're comfortable holding. Don't worry. Just have a practice till you find it. It might be more comfortable to support the hand like this. Okay. Yeah, have a go. That's it. That thumb can just hang. It will naturally fall into a position. Good. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
More supportive. And it's just a case of finding those positions to hold the hand. So we're covering the stomach here and the pancreas. We then need to find the adrenal glands. So we know they're in zone 1. We know they're between the diaphragm line and the waistline. You might want to turn the hand around and have a look, see if you can locate it. It's up to you. Good. Yeah. Just slightly over into zone 1. Okay. Yeah, good. We've located it. We're turning back around. We've got some nice pressures in there. Just slow it down. Good. Much slower circles. And not as big either. Remember, we've got these tiny little reflexes on the hand. We don't need those big movements. One step down to the kidney. Working the kidneys. So when we're going one step down, we're going from the adrenal down to the kidney. Yep, perfect. Not too far, sorry. Just a little tiny step down. That's it. And then we're going to work from the kidney down to the bladder, which is just following these lines down here. Well done. So we're going to work our lower abdomen, the small intestine. You can do some knuckling on that area. And I'm going to move you on, but you would work that area a lot more and a lot more in detail. Now we've worked through the first part of the colon. Let's turn that hand around again. Lift it up so we can see it like the foot. And we're going to see where would that colon come on from, the transverse colon. Good. So we're going to work across there. Just going to correct you here. So we're covering this whole area here as our small intestine. So we're going to work up here, across here, and come down and around. But we want to do that in a different angle. So we're going to come through here. That's it. Now you should be able to get a better angle on that on the hands. Good. But we know where we're going now. Good. Good. Follow me down. Good, come across. Well done. Well done. And we were going to do that a few times as well. Now we've identified where it is, then we'd work the hand from that position. The hip, knee and shoulder helper, coming down the side with your finger walks. Good. Supporting the hand with your other hand. There's 100 things to think about. Good. Good. Turning over for the elbow. Sorry, it's a bit fast. I'm quite conscious of time. Just down a little bit more here. Yeah, good. So you can almost fall down into it again. Just a lot smaller circles than that as well. Into the knees and the hip area. And then see if you can locate that ovary for me. Good. Good. And can you locate the uterus? Coming down off that bone. Good. And you're going to walk across the fallopian tube. So we've obviously got the ovaries or the testes, depending on whether we're treating male or female. Into the uterus. And then you're going to pump the lymphatics off the pelvic area. Hold your hands underneath again, your thumbs underneath. Good. Pump, pump, pump over that wrist and hand area. Good. When you're ready, completing with the diaphragm line and the solar plexus hold. So, like I said, the movements are small because they're small reflexes. They're smaller on the hand than they are on the feet. We're going to slow it right down. That routine should take the same amount of time as the foot routine. So we'd slow that right down. The movements could be slower. You could spend more in certain areas. Good. And then you would go on to either work the colon as a whole. It's quite difficult on the hand, so that's absolutely fine. It might be that you go back and work other areas or try some linking, either with both hands together or working on one hand. Well done. Good.